Let's create a new page on the website so we can walk through the options and what you'll see on the page as you design a new element. Now, again, we're in Pages. This could be in Posts. It could be anywhere on the site. We just happen to be working with Pages. So up at the top by the title of the item that we're working on, we'll click on Add New. And this will give us a brand new blank item that we can add to the website. The first thing we'll do is add a title, and since we're working on the development server, I'm going to go ahead and create a test page and we'll publish it, but just know it's on development so it won't be visible to the public. So I'm going to call this Training Website Sample Page, and come down into the white section where I can begin typing. So I can type content into this section. It's much like working in MS Word. I can edit for style, content, and images. And I can add, much more content than this. This is just to get us started with some of the features. Now there are several things that we can do to format this page. We can add pictures to the page. We can change the heading styles to give it a little bit more variety in the font and font sizes. There's a lot that we can do. But let's start with taking a look at some of the heading styles. I'm going to type a few bits of verbiage just so we have something to work with. While I'm typing this, the overview, the thing that you need to understand is that the style on your site, and by that I mean the font size, the font color, the heading styles, what font size and color they are, that's all set at the back end of the site in what's called a style sheet. So when we're making changes to the page, we actually want to use those pre-canned heading styles so that we have consistency all throughout the website. For example, let's say heading 1 is font size 14 and the color is orange. Well, if we know that we want to make some style changes, rather than going to each and every page and changing that heading, we can go into that background style sheet, which is edited only by those with sort of deeper rights on the website. And let's say we want to change it to font size 14 and the color to be red. Well, we can change that in the style sheet and it'll change it everywhere on the site at the same time. So it's a much easier way to make edits that will apply across the board and that will be consistent. Now let's see what those look like on your website. Let's make this one heading style 1, and that's editable in this little drop down right here. The default is paragraph, but let's make that heading 1. We'll make this one heading 2. And so on. I'll go all the way down to heading 5. Heading 4 and heading 5. Now each one of these has a preset color, font, and font size so that you'll again have consistency throughout the website whenever those are used. If you'd like, you can take content and pull it into a bulleted list. You can make hyperlinks by selecting an option and clicking the link, and let's just say we're going to send this out to the main homepage, vnps.org. Now it's a good practice to open all links in a new window, so if someone clicks on a link on your page, they don't leave your website, they open up a new tab to visit that link. So just that easily, we've created a link on the page, and there are more options that you can do. And I would recommend that you take a look through the training document that was provided to have a better feel for all of the options. But just be aware you're going to work in this white space, you'll add text, you can format it in just about any way that you need. Now, I've created some content, but I haven't actually saved it yet. I'll do that by coming over to this blue button, and you'll notice the first time I'm going to publish it, the button says Publish. But after I click on that and the page is saved, the button is going to change where the verbiage now says Update. And if you see Update, that means you have a published page already. It can take a moment just to save the changes and to give us a brand new page that's published and on the website. So let's take a look at how that looks. There's a few different ways to do it. I can click on View Page here or up in the black bar as well. Either one will take me to a View Page option. And this is going to open up the website page so that I can view it as the public would view it. Okay. We have a brand new website. You'll notice, a brand new web page, and you'll notice here is the title. This social share, this feature will show up on the page. That's just standard. It's built into the website. You don't need to take action for that to appear. And you'll note that we've got these different styles for heading 1 through 5. So get comfortable with how each one of them formats and be aware that you can pull them into your website. I have a hyperlink that we created that, notice if I open it, it takes me back to the vnps.org site, and since we're still in the testing and development, it takes us back to the old site. Once launched, it would take us to the new one. We have the bulleted item that we created, and that's it. Very simple. We have actually published a page. Now this doesn't put it into the menu options. That's another step that needs to be done. But be aware you can make a page and have it not appear on the site if for some reason you choose to. But if necessary, you can go to the next stage and actually add it into one of the menu items. Now, to go back to edit the page, there's a few different ways to do that. Once again, we have that black bar at the top that is sort of our dashboard controls. I can click on Edit Page there, or I also have an edit down at the bottom that will take me right back to that page in the dashboard. And I'm returned to the page, and I can continue to make edits until the page looks and feels just like I want.